Hello and welcome to the Museum of African American History's website. As you can see, it starts off just as your normal, average website, header, title, everything you would normally imagine. And to get right to it, they have their most common, or not their most common, but their most recent events located on the beginning, or the front of their homepage. The Power of Black Music and Art and Culture and Literature is going to be there Thursday, October 30th, 6 p.m. preview and tours, 7:30 p.m. MAAH Music Concert, Boston, on 46 Joy Street in Beacon Hill. It's a guided tour through the Freedom Rising reading, writing, and publishing Black books, and a special concert on the heels of a new CD and feature performance at the Beantown Jazz Festival. Dr. Bill Banfield presents his Jazz Urbane and signs one of his acclaimed books. So first off, there's an event right on their homepage that if you happen to live in the Boston or be in the Boston area, be a great event to be to. Exhibits, which we'll dive into deeper. There's a lot of really cool exhibits on African American culture and history. They have, in fact, have a new exhibit opening soon, the Freedom Rising Reading, Writing, and Publishing Black Books, which goes hand in hand with this event up here. MAAH, which is Museum of African American History, is in the news quite a bit. They will be they have scholars, stuff like that. Freedom Rising projects still need your input. There's a way where you can add your voice to the new digital collections project. It's simple and only takes a few minutes. That could be a really good project to use for a classroom. And then they have their featured where they have just different highlights from different events throughout the MAAH's history, or not even history, but recent events. Right down here, conveniently located, is pricing for if you were to plan a visit. There's basic pricing for, so I guess, small groups. There's another thing later where it will show about guided tours and a cost for that if a field trip were to be taken. Let's go on to events. So we'll go with remembering past events. So things they've had was Art Rocks, this the 13th annual Karen L. Williams lecture, just all sorts of different cool programs that they've put on in the past that really really get to push you in depth into African American culture within the United States. Uh, they did a bunch of these events dated far back as like 2010. We'll scroll down and see how far we go back here. There's another one, 2010. A lot of these are within 2010 and onwards, so you can see a decent recent history of important things that they've had within the museum. Events are located in Boston and Nantucket, but for the most important for material wise, we need to go into exhibits. On view at the museum, they have a new exhibit opening soon, as was on the front page. Just Freedom Rising, Reading, Writing, and Publishing, a really big event that they're pushing. And just there's more about it, there's a lot of great material that they don't advertise that is at the MAAH that is just at the museum themselves. But if a field trip is not possible, one of the really cool aspects of this website is the online exhibits. Now, this is a PowerPoint or a slideshow, more or less, that it just shows a lot of great facts about the associated with African American history within the United States, and it has stuff about the exhibit, when it was created and what it's about, who it's sponsored by. And as you can see, I'm going to speed through to a random slide to show you what happens. Teachers, they talk about the teachers, some of the teachers' lives, starting for this first schools within the Boston area and Nantucket area. And they even have an obituary of a first color teacher in mixed schools. Just different cool little facts about that, and I think they're mostly focused around the Boston area and Philadelphia, the original 13 colonies area, the East Coast and stuff like that. So that's a really cool thing to check out, so you can see who you really owe your pride to within the teaching community at first. Now, after that, it's a lot of lending your support, so you can employment opportunities, stuff like that, aren't really big for teaching. I mean, they're big. You can also get a membership for individual, family, or corporate, so you can get a group of people to go a little easier. And yeah, it has some stuff about the museum. You can also cycle through here, educational programs for such. It's you can get like programs for teachers, and then they have a program where as a teacher you can go and visit, learn yourself about like African American history at the museum on a guided tour, and then be able to go back and help teach your own students the material. And that about sums it up for the Museum of African American History, and that is all.